Fight!
Hey, Mike.
Hey, what's up, man?
This is a big one,
Oh, yeah.
and it's not even noon.
Nope. It's not. It's not even.
Not even 11:30.
It's 11:15.
Yeah. And we're about to down some 10% IPAs. Not just one,
But dose.
but dose. So this is an interesting beer. This is technically Omnipollo's beer. This is Omnipolloscope 5. This is their triple IPA. It's a collaboration with a shit ton of breweries. It says it was 2 years in the making. So, like I said, Omnipollo, Monkish out of California, Other Half out of New York, Crooked Stave out of Colorado, OO in Stigbergets,
Sweden somewhere.
out of Sweden, Anchorage out of Anchorage, Alaska, obviously, Equilibrium out of New York, and The Veil out of Richmond, Virginia. Now, what we have in front of us is the Trillium version, and the Other Half version, and it's all the same recipe, but it's brewed at different breweries. So I think only 4 breweries did the cans. These two, The Veil did one, and Monkish did one as well. I had the Veil version when I was down in Richmond. It was really good for triple. And so now basically what we're going to do is compare them both. We actually had these poured blind, so we don't know which one's which.
Yeah, we had someone else pour them, then bring them to us.
Yeah, we wanted to be.
Do we have the? Do you know which ones are which?
No, Chan, you have the card over there, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. We're cool.
Okay. All right.
All right. Yeah, so completely blind. This beer is 10%, like we said, triple IPA, Galaxy, Mosaic, Citra, Nelson, and CTZ.
Mm-hmm.
And then Bark Pilsner, Flaked Oats, Flaked Wheat, Brewer's Crystals, and Dextrose. And as far as I know, it is the same recipe across everyone. Everyone did their own Omnipolloscope day. They had different taps. They had stouts and stuff as well. And this was the only one that they canned and did like a global release.
Oh, let's do this.
All right. Can art. It's the pretty much the same can art on all except the brewery in question. Obviously, they're smack in the middle, and Trillium decided to make a full label and just blow it up a little bit for some reason.
There we go. So let's try with the.
Treehouse glass.
Yep.
Color. Don't know head because it was sitting there, but a triple IPA, you're going to not expect it to stick around long anyways.
I do like how on screen it's like a bright yellow, but in real life it's like an off orange.
Yeah. And it is interesting, too, the differences in...
Yeah.
Yeah, it is like an off orange.
But look on the camera, it's a yellow.
It looks gorgeous.
Like electric yellow.
Yeah. Alcohol legs for sure. You just see it like just riding the side of the glass.
Yep. Good nose. Whoa. Good Lord, sir.
That's
gorgeous.
Yeah. It's a lot of crushed pineapple.
Yeah, it's just like a tropical fruit punch.
But the mosaic comes through a lot as well. It's sort of like Galaxy Mosaic.
When they do stuff like this, it's sometimes so hard for me to pick out everything because there's just so much going on. You know, like you're definitely getting like fresh, like citrus peel. You know, you're getting pineapple, just that over-ripened, smashed pineapple. And you get a little bit of that Nelson right at the back. There's a little bit just that astringent, almost
Wine character.
Yeah, wine character. Just a little bit from that Nelson. That smells really good.
Should we go taste or get nose on that?
Yeah, maybe we compare them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Look-wise, this one's definitely darker.
And it might not be. It's a wider bowl.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So I'm not sure. It definitely looks darker on screen.
Yep. Which I think then would actually, yeah, I guess.
Because honestly, side by side, they don't look that different to me. Just a little bit darker.
Yeah.
You know. That's who knows. I wonder if it's the glass. It smells remarkably different. This has much more of a malt presence.
My thing that I didn't think of is, are they pitching all their own yeasts?
I have no idea.
Or is there a yeast that they're using?
No idea.
This, more malty. So, I forget which ones. I can look on the bottom, but it doesn't really matter. One was canned 628, one was canned 627, so...
Yeah. I'm actually getting a sharper booze bite out of this one on the nose.
Agreed.
I'm getting less of a bright fruit, and I'm getting more like almost caramel. I'm getting fruit in there too.
Like it's more stone fruity though.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, sometimes with stone fruit, I almost get caramel kind of a nose too. It's a weird thing with like apricot. Sometimes give me, I don't know why. Maybe it's just me.
It's more syrupy.
It is.
more
Yeah.
like candied syrup or like the citrus or citrusy, like this, like all the citrus and the flavors that come through on here come through more candied and sweeter on here, which I think is what you're trying to go with.
Yeah.
With the caramel. And more Nelson.
Okay, let me try to see if I can find that. Oh yeah, I can see that.
I
Yeah,
think the
but,
Nelson's more pronounced.
but I think it's almost as a boozier hit. I think that sharp astringency that Nelson sometimes gives is sort of being accentuated by that.
Yeah.
Let's get a taste.
Okay, let's go with number 1.
That smells beautiful, man.
We didn't even cheers so well. Oh wow.
That is boozy. It's a big hit.
But you still get the pineapple. You can taste the galaxy in there. With the mixture of citra. And this has the mouthfeel. It's almost syrupy. It coats your tongue.
Yep.
And coats the side of your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
But it does have that boozy backburn a little bit.
Yeah.
Which I remember the Veil version having that a little bit and a little bit of sweetness. I wish I took more notes, but it's fine.
If you took notes, you weren't drinking. Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. This is more of a... I think I've tried to explain it before. It's a darker IPA. Like, it has this dark flavor. Almost like more resiny. It's a little resiny.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It is.
Off.
Yep.
Interesting. Should we try the other one?
Yeah, let's do it.
It's also interesting. If you look at, maybe it's the glass, but this has this is sort of keeping its layer of
Just a little bit of a...
yeah.
We can toast this one, though.
Cheers.
Cheers, sir. And this one, while smelling boozier, is less boozy on the tongue.
It's fruity, and it's not syrupy. It doesn't coat your mouth.
Not the same way.
The carbonation is definitely more so than that.
I'm not sure. Is that true?
I'm getting a little bit more prickly bubbles.
Mm.
And this almost has a bubblegummy yeasty vibe going on.
It does. It has much more of like a Belgian-y kind of a vibe.
Do you think you could figure? Do you think you know who's who?
No.
I have an idea.
I don't think so.
Given from the obviously we're in Massachusetts, so Trillium is always in our fridges, but
it's just because I don't think that Trillium always has the most pronounced. Like it's not the same way as like I think Treehouse is, or the other breweries where like it's like you can almost taste because they switch things up a lot. I feel
Other Half is usually that's where I think I can figure out which is which. Not
Me
really
too.
from Trillium, but yeah, this has more sugary sweetness. It almost feels like I'm waiting for my lips to start like getting sticky.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like that sticky, icky. It's got a little bit of resin, but not as much resin as
No, but
the first one.
it's smoother though.
Oh yeah, it's way more drinkable.
Yeah. Even though, and I wonder if it's the shape of the glass, but the boozy punch is much harder, flavor wise here, but nose wise here.
Yeah.
Very strange. But this one, it's not as like I can't pick out the fruits as easily as this one.
No.
You know.
I get the pineapple. I get like oranges, tangerine, pithiness,
Okay.
but more candied.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely sweeter for sure.
Yeah.
It has more of that saccharin kind of a deal. Which one do you prefer?
I think I gotta go back to this one real quick. Now that's much more pleasant. But then again, my palate's also not cleansed. But
I feel like this is less boozy now that my mouth's acclimated to it.
honestly, if I didn't know better, I wouldn't. I don't know if I could. You tell if this was the same recipe?
No, not I wouldn't. I would never be able to tell. No.
Yeah.
There's a lot more factors than just the ingredients when making beer.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
I agree. Yeah, it's. They each have their own good qualities.
Yeah.
So if I was going to have a can in my face, Probably 2.
I would say that given the option, 5 out of 5 times I would take this one.
Yeah.
It's just easier to drink. Doesn't have that ethanol-y kind of a hit the same way that this one does. But as my mouth's acclimating to this one, I'm sort of getting used to it. You know, it's not.
Which makes me want to know what these would taste like together. That would be an interesting mix. But
there are things I like about this one better. But overall, it's easy to drink. It's got.
This has some a slight astringent like hop burn, which is also now what makes me have a good feeling of who made this one.
Oh, that's fair.
Just saying. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But yeah, so I think we're both in agreement. Number 2 is what we would pick.
Yep.
This is not a knock on number 1.
No,
it's
not
still,
at all.
There's still really good triples. It's not, and given the number of collabs of collaborators involved in this, these are both really, really well done, I think.
Well, they don't taste like a mess like some collaborations can be.
Yeah. And I really wonder like where the collab came from. If it was 2 years in the making, was it just like, all right, let's start throwing this in and see what we can do? And if like,
well, I imagine it's slightly exaggerated, like, as you can imagine.
Yeah. All right. Do you want to take our guesses?
Sure.
Do you want me to go first? Or
Yeah, you go.
Trillium Other Half.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, of course.
We talk about the hopper, and I'm like,
well. All right, let me go get the paper. I'll be right back. Drum roll, please. Trillium stem glass, other half snifter.
Yay!
We did it! We did it! Just so. We did it. So, yeah, pretty early on, it was pretty evident. Given it was definitely this was more of the what gave it away. Given just the flavor profile, didn't remind me of a Trillium beer. As this also didn't remind me that much of a Trillium beer.
No,
at first,
it didn't.
until later on.
It's once I sort of acclimated to the alcohol, and then you could start to pick out other things,
Yep.
and you just get that signature fresh Trillium burn.
You make it sound delicious, actually, when you say it like that.
I'm getting used to it. I had used to have a major issue with it.
Yeah, I know we both did.
But I think they've been better about it in general. Like, their beers have not been as harsh as I feel like they used to be. And it used to annoy me so much because, like, I feel like they were harsh, and, like, a few weeks later, they're, like, the best beers ever. You know? Just needed a little time to mellow.
Yeah. So I would say now, after trying them both, I think they probably do pitch their own yeast because you're getting that. There is that Trillium taste.
Maybe.
The other half taste. It's a little. The yeastiness does feel a little bit different.
Yeah, this does have similar to the yeastiness to like a street beer.
Right.
Like a Congress or something.
It was super interesting. I was so excited about this. You never get anything like this. We did a collab review the other day. I can't remember what it was, but somebody commented and they said, I prefer I guess in his area, he said his local breweries will do collabs, but they'll do something like this. Instead of brewing a beer together and one of them releases it, they'll collab on a recipe and they'll each brew it and they'll each release it. I'm like, I've never heard of that until this. Right?
No, we've seen it before.
We have? Have we done it?
I don't think so. I don't think we were able to get some of them. Like, I think something... I'll think about it off camera.
Yeah.
We've seen it before, but not to this extent.
Right.
But like 2 breweries we've seen.
Yeah. This was definitely one of the funner reviews I think I've done, and I've been excited to do.
Yeah.
It would have been awesome to have like the Monkish version and the Veil version all side by side, but
Yeah, life's a bitch.
yeah. So let us know in the comments you've had Omnipolloscope 5. Which one's your favorite variant? Also, if you know about the yeast, if it's the same yeast or if it's each brewery's yeast, and if it's more than 4 of them release cans. I don't know if Omnipolloscope did. I think they just, because they're a gypsy brewery, so I think they just relied on their buddies to kind of have these parties all across the globe. And yeah, let us know what you thought of our side by side in general, and what you think of all the breweries involved. Anything else?
That's it.
Cool. Nerdsense.net, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. If those are your things, hit the like, comment, and subscribe button and the little bell button. It's over here somewhere. It'll be, I don't know where it is. And I'm Sean.
I'm Mike.
And
this is Nerdsense.
All right, we just Cubate it. We'll see what happens. Also, the girls who are off camera had it. They agreed with all the flavor profiles, but chose the opposite. Cheers.
Cheers. This is an improvement.
This is way better.
Yeah.
This is like the best of both worlds,
Yeah.
obviously, because it's the mix of two.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's weird.
You got the Punch of the Galaxy from the Trillium, but then I think the overall sweetness
The saccharine kind of candied fruit.
from the other half kills the hop burn
Yeah.
that Trillium had. Oh, interesting.
And it doesn't have as much like alcohol burn overall.
Yeah. Huh. Well, there you go. Science. Cheers.
Cheers.